Welcome everybody. I am so glad that you're here to join me. Today we're going to be exploring the vibrant world of different types of colors and also talking about the different types of inks you use with those different types of colors. I'm so excited to help guide you through this colorful journey. My name is Julia. I'm with Julia Sue's Stamping, where I am passionate about stamping, coloring, paper crafting, making cards, and sharing the fun of how to do all of that with you. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. And if you've been here before, I am so glad that you've come back. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Northeast Ohio. All the things I use are Stampin' Up! I will have the details of all the supplies used listed down in the description below, so check it out. I also have my blog and online store listed there. On the blog are a lot more details like measurements, so if you want to recreate anything, hey, you'll be able to. The online store is there in case you want to place any orders for any of the supplies that were used and support my small business. If you already have a demonstrator though, that's okay. If you don't, I appreciate your support of my small business. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, I want to be sure to start off by talking about using colors other than black when you are going to be stamping outlines. A lot of us default to black for outlining our stamped images, but have you considered using a different color to add extra dimension? So one of the things I talked about that I did was using blending brushes to this stamp set. And this is the stamp set that I'm talking about today, Layers of Beauty. It's in the new catalog and it is going to be available at the beginning of May. It has sentiments, it has a great image, and this image is absolutely gigantic. It takes up the entire largest acrylic block that I have. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus on it. It's absolutely gigantic. It's huge. So it takes up a lot of card, and you can see I've used a lot of different inks on it already. So it's already feeling very loved. And I stamped this in the pecan pie, first of all, and then I colored it in with the blending brushes. And when I used the blending brushes, they offer a lot of versatility in terms of your color choices. So black may be the classic color to stamp the image when you're going to be using the blending brushes. But you can see how the brown of the pecan pie makes a really nice I don't know, a nice difference when you're using it's like a softer kind of a color when you're doing the blending brushes. So it's really nice. I surrounded it with an Azure afternoon and then some crumb cake in the back. And then I also have, this is what I did with all the cards. I did the same thing then on the inside, but I stamped one of the other images on the inside. So this has a lot of shading with the layer with the masks. There are 5 different masks that you put on, and I have used the old olive as the darkest green. I've got the lemon lime twist as the lighter green, and then the lighter yellow is lemon lolly, and then daffodil delight for the darker one, and then a very light crumb cake. I brushed it off and then put it on for that shadowy brown that you see in there. So very fun to do, and the sentiment is not from the Layers of Beauty. It is from, let me grab the stamp set, from the So Sincere, which right now is an online exclusive, but it is making its way into the catalog. So I did the You're in My Heart and Prayers for this one. So I'm really excited about this. Think about using some different colors when you're doing your blending brushes. Not just black all the time, but some nice browns or some other colors. Also, a good thing to do with this stamp set is to do something that's a little more monochromatic. And I did it on a basic white. I stamped the Poppy Parade, that exact image with the Poppy Parade. And that gives it a really nice look, having a different color of ink. And it's really nice to add interest and to make it look different. And then the I have embellishments of the adhesive back sequin trio for this one, and I used like I think it calls it, I call it a white, clear or a white, and then it's got a soft sea foam around it, and again it's like I said, it's the same thing basically inside, soft sea foam around, and another image from the Layers of Beauty stamp set. So I think that was a really fun way to use this. I also did it in the Misty Moonlight. Same thing, but Misty Moonlight, and then the embellishments I used with this are the gray and the slate pearls. So, and I've got a smoky slate around the outside of this one. So very nice. Nice to use some different colors, simply outlining it this time. Didn't color it in, let it be more of a monochromatic. So here you see some different ways to do that already. Then when you are using your Memento ink, this is going to really help because it is a water-based ink that is specifically formulated for alcohol marker blending. It's a quick drying ink. It has quick drying nature, and it's compatible with the alcohol markers, which makes it a favorite among crafters as such as myself for achieving really nice results. So I inked up the same stamp with the Memento Tuxedo Black, and then I colored it in with blends. And for this one, I used the light and the dark Poppy Parade, and I did the, which ink is this one? The green, the lemon lime twist for the greens here, and then a daffodil delight for the centers of the flowers. And then again, that sentiment is from the So Sincere stamp set. I surrounded it with a old olive and then put it on a basic gray. So very nice, different way of looking at it. So far we've got 3 different methods. We've got using blending brushes, using the alcohol markers here, and the Stampin' blends, and then just using a colorful ink. And then finally, I used the Stazon ink right here that I have, because it's a solvent-based ink and it is really perfect for stamping on non-porous surfaces. Like, you could do this on acetate, which is like the window sheets that Stampin' Up has. You can do it on metal. You can actually stamp on metal with this and it will stay. And also, of course, watercolor paper, which is what I did here. This Stazon ink. It's waterproof, it's fast drying, and it's just ideal for watercoloring. It's going to make sure that your stamped outlines stay crisp and clear. So I've got the colors that I watercolored with on this are a Calypso Coral, I've got a Highland Heather, and then I also used the Old Olive on here. So some really pretty watercoloring techniques, and I watercolored with the pens. I have 4 of the water, you know, I'm drawing a blank on what things are called today apparently, but these water pens, they're great. And they work really nicely for the watercoloring. I just dipped it into the ink, and I created a little well of ink by squeezing my ink pad, and then I had a nice little well of ink, and then I used the watercolor, the water pen to paint with it. Basically I just painted, and then when I wanted to use a different color, I just stroked it onto my grid paper until all of the ink was gone off of it, and then did a different color. So a nice watercolor technique. And again, this sentiment is from the So Sincere. And as you can see, it is the stamped, big stamped image is from the Layers of Beauty. These embellishments are from the adhesive backed shiny sequins. So they come 4 in there, and one of them is a light green, a granny apple green, which I thought would go really well with this. So, and it does. It looks very nice, very cheery. So we've got watercoloring with Stazon. You've got blender pens with the Memento, and then you can use brushing with um, the blending brushes with different colors of ink. Don't always think it has to be black. And then going for a monochromatic and a more dramatic look with not coloring in at all, but using just the inks. Well, there you have it. By having colorful outlines and choosing the ink that is perfect for your purpose, you can go a long way in your crafting adventures. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, that you have a chance to get inky, and that you keep on crafting. Please give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Bye.